Good morning. It's Monday, 9 a.m. hour. I am Karen Ray, and I'm here at the Daily Business Workout Club to help you show up and shine consistently. So what does that look like for you? So a little bit about me. I host the Fave, the Biz Society and Lifestyle Communities. And we are a place to show up and shine. I have created a space for women entrepreneurs 40 plus to come and connect. And we have, so if that is your ideal client, that is a great place to show up. And we have a business society where we have unlimited posting. We have weekly meetings for you to show up and share about your business and how it's growing and what you're launching and all that kind of good stuff. And we have the resources to help you build your business. So that's what we are doing over at the Biz Society. So if that's something, if you need a place to show up, that's a great place. Or right here at the Daily Business Workout too is also a wonderful place for you to tap into. So anyway, so I'm going to be talking a little bit about how to show up and shine consistently. So here's a few things. So when I started out, I started the Fave Lifestyles community probably about 8 years ago, and I did it around a web show. I created a live show where I was interviewing people and inviting women in. The first show, 45 women showed up. And I thought, oh my gosh, women need a place to go. They need a place to gather. They need a place to sell their products and services and share all their favorites. And that's what really it was about. Sharing all your favorites that you are, sharing all your favorites that you want to tell a girlfriend. And so we did that, and we gathered and we created this space, and then and it was a passion project. And so then I went through about 5 major life transitions and realized I needed to monetize what I was doing to help support myself as I was walking through divorce. And so when I first started kind of showing up all the time and going live and doing all these different things, I remember somebody saying to me, it's like, oh, well, they'll see you. When you start posting, when you go live, yes, people will see you. And I have experienced that quite a bit lately. I've been popping into different networking groups, and I keep having people go, I see you. And I'm like, great. That's the purpose of social media. So social media is content marketing. It's getting out there. It's becoming, that known, like, and trust factor. That's what it is. People get to know you. So in our business society, women get to go live. They get to have their own show. And we've been doing that for quite a few years. And I remember Brenda Reese. She went live at 10 a.m. every Wednesday. And I remember somebody coming and saying, she had been going live for a while, and somebody came to me and they said, oh, I really like that lady with the short blonde hair. She's really cute. And she talks about forgiveness. And I just remember that because Brenda was showing up every week at 10 a.m. People knew after a while, to start watching for her. They knew her face and they knew what she was going to be talking about. Did they know all the intricacies of all that she taught and everything? Maybe not. And maybe they just skimmed by it, but they recognized her face. And that's really what this is about going live. You may or may not hear what I have to talk about, but when you see me in the feed, you'll start recognizing who I am, or my color of my hair, or some distinguishing factor. So anyway, so hopefully we'll give some tips here for you to show up, or give you some encouragement to show up, because this is what we're going to talk about today. Showing up because you're worth it. Show up for you. And so I'm going to give you 5 little quick tips on how to show up and shine because you are worth it. So number 1, you have a story or an experience that will inspire someone else. My story is about walking through 5 major life transitions in a 2-year period. I was a stay-at-home mom for 27 years. I had not worked outside the home. I was walking into living on my own for the first time in my life at 58, re-entering the workforce also at 58, and walking through menopause. Women know that's that's a big change in your life. And what was the fifth one? Becoming an empty nester. My kids were leaving the nest, so my whole life was changing. And how was I going to show up? I had to make a choice about that. How was I going to show up, and how was I going to make that consistent? And so, but it's my story, I have been told, has inspired some women. Does it resonate with everyone? No, and that's okay. And just to know that we have these different experiences. We all have a lot of life stories. Maybe you have a life story about grit or resilience. You can go live with those stories. PJ Hanks has a great video in our resource vault about your 2-minute story, about talking about what the story is, what is the essence of it, what is a pivot point. My pivot point was when I was at a counselor. And he said, Karen, how are you showing up in your life? And he had this big white piece of paper, and he had written a word. And he handed me my paper with a black Sharpie. And he goes, Karen, write a word on how you feel in your life, in your marriage. And so I'm kind of a people pleaser. I'm like, oh, what does he want me to write? And so I really had to dig deep. I'm like, oh, yes, okay, I know how I feel. I felt invisible. And so maybe that's why I'm so passionate about showing up as you, whether we're imperfect, in our imperfect beauty. I always call it showing up and shining in the beauty we call you. Who are you? What is that, your essence? Because somebody out there needs to know you, and you will be an inspiration. So that is kind of the point number one. So like with my pivot point, it got me to show up in my life, because I had to make that choice. How was I going to show up? So how are you going to show up and share your experiences with somebody? So number two, you bring value wherever you go just by being you. Yes, absolutely. I know we all think, when I first started this business, I was showing up. I'm like, oh, I have to. In fact, a couple of people said, in fact, I remember a very well-established producer, because I was filming a show. So somebody had introduced me to a producer. And she said, well, you have to be a business person. And I'm like, okay, what does a business person do different than what I'm doing? I'm like, do I need to act different? Do I need to think different? I had never been a business person. I had never run a business, so I wasn't sure what that looked like. So I will tell you, I've made so many mistakes, so many blunders, just coming live. And so I finally had to just show up as me, and whatever that business looked like, that's what it was going to be. I've never worked corporate. I didn't have those, whatever business was supposed to look like. I have no idea. So I just show up as me and see if it works. So this is what you get. So what does it look like for you? You bring value wherever you go as you. So show up as you, because that's what you bring to the table. Yeah, cool stuff. Number three, other people want to get to know you. Yes, other people want to get to know you, because you, again, bring value. And you bring friendship, and whatever your gifts are, you bring that, and other people want to maybe tap into it or get to know you or see what you're about. Yeah, open up, open and willing to have people meet new people. Yeah, good stuff. Number four, bring your own special quality into the space. So recently, Jody Schilling, who is one of our Business Society members, and I'm coaching with her, and she has some really great ways to help you to kind of work through things through a model. But she had given me last week a link to a Gallup, I guess it's a questionnaire or whatever it is, to find your strengths. So tap into something or write down your strengths. What are they? What are those things, those special qualities that you bring to the table? Mine, and it took me several years to figure this out, because I was so used to thinking about other people and how I was managing my household and my marriage and my kids and all that. I was not focused on me at all. And I didn't think that I don't know. I just didn't think it was important. Whatever. It wasn't a high priority, if you will. But as I became single and started running my own business, I had to figure out what are those strengths. And like I said, it took a while. So my strengths are showing up. I'm really good at showing up, and I'm very consistent about it. So that I realized, okay, those are my strengths. That's what, well, those are my God-given strengths. That's what I have to work with. So let's see what we can do around that. And of course, I have other strengths as well as planning and bringing people together. So we create lots of spaces for women to connect and to gather. And so bring your special quality into those spaces. Like this week we have at the Fave Business Society, every week we have something for you to tap into. So we have a complimentary creator studio. That's our place where we learn new skills. It's interactive. We can connect. You can ask questions. It can be about you and how those skills that person is teaching can directly affect you and help you build your business. So I will put the link down below so you can tap into that. This week it's with Teresa Lieutenant, and it's about women in your money mindset. So that is one thing that I think a lot of women have struggles or things to break through about money. So yeah, let's all move forward together. Absolutely. So yes, and number 5, and I always end with this, is you are worth celebrating because you matter. So celebrate the successes as you show up. So schedule something, schedule your own show in your own page or however that looks for you. It's like Monday is my show at 9 o'clock. I'm going to show up. And what does that look like? Because then you're forced to write maybe a little outline. And then you can also use that outline for a post later. And so then you get to show up twice. You can show up live and you can show up in a post or however that looks for you. But schedule that in, schedule that post in. When do you post about something? Maybe Mondays you post about motivation, and Tuesday is your tips, and Wednesday, if you have a group, is your welcome post, and Thursday is maybe that's when you do your shout outs for events or something, and Friday, like Friday here at Fave is our Friday faves and our freebies and all that kind of good stuff, or social Saturdays, all kinds of things that you can do. But yes, shout out to my favorite coffee place. So yes, so you are worth celebrating. Celebrate the small wins. Like today after I get off, I might just do a little happy dance, and a little woohoo, because I showed up. I got up, I did my hair, I put my makeup on, and it's sometimes it's those little wins that count. So give yourself a hug and show up and see what that looks for you. So how to make it happen. Like I said, you can tap into these groups that are here. You've got the daily business workout. You can come join the Fave Business Society just as a community member. And if you want to connect further, you can join our Business Society membership. Or we also have coming out, which I'm super excited about. I would show you, but I guess I can't I don't know if I can share my screen here, but anyway, we'll be talking a lot about it. So if you are looking for an easy breezy way to a marketing strategy to tap into your target market, if it's women 40 plus, and I call it a more interesting age. And the marketing term for that market 40 plus is the ageless generation. We continue to bloom, we're creating, we're innovating. And so hardly anybody markets to us. Have you noticed that? Have you seen women, if you are 40 plus women in ads that look like us? It's very difficult. So I'm creating a space for you to shine, to show up with your products and services. We call it Fave at your fingertips, all your favorites. And it's an app. It's going to be called Fave Market Boutique. You can have your offers and your events, your workshops, all that beautiful things on an app, right in the hands of the women who are holding their phones all the time. And you will have a bio there. You'll have your own page. Oh my gosh. We had 50, but now we only have 48 because I just started it, offering this this last weekend. Is for $29 a month. You can come be our launch partner for our Fave Market Boutique. I am super excited to get you in the front of other people in our community. So we have a social media presence of about 4.6 thousand through Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and the women. So this is what I know. And this is why I'm so passionate about women showing up, because the women who show up in our community, our community members who are showing up weekly and with their offers and showing, connecting in the creator studio or coming to our wine events, those women have done over $45,000 worth of business together in the last 6 months. So, wow. And there's 50 women currently in our membership program, and they've done $45,000 worth of business. So showing up pays off. You show up, things happen, the magic happens. People want to tap into you. So yeah, so anyway, so schedule a time with me. I'll put my link down below to see if Fave is a good fit for you. If you would like to tap into either our new market boutique and our app, or if you would like to be a part of our business society, which also includes the market boutique, by the way. And just those are all the ways to connect, because we are creating a space for you to show up easily, to show up. It's simple. It's simple. Sometimes it's not easy. It's not always easy to show up, but it's simple. So we're making it light and breezy. So you just pop in, we'll create the events. You pop in all your brilliance and all your beauty, just as you, and we will get you connected with the other ladies. And yes, and we'll have some fun along the way, because that's what we do at Fave. So again, just a quick recap of what we were talking about. Show up because you are worth it. You have a story or experiences to inspire someone else. Number 2, you bring value wherever you go. Number 3, other people want to get to know you. Yes, they do. Number 4, bring your own special quality to the table and to the spaces that you walk in. Number 5, you are worth celebrating because you matter. And I'm going to end with that. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you next Monday.